Well, Jeff, thanks for joining us. Great to have you here.
Great to be here. Join the Make the Turn team. Come on.
Looking forward. Everyone obviously probably saw the kind of press release we did the other day and figured it'd be good to sit down for a casual little podcast discussion on our channels to talk about it. But number one, congratulations, 30 years on Lesson on Golf. What you've built is awesome. I admire it a lot from both a business perspective and from a golf perspective. Obviously, it's kind of interesting where we've learned a lot from you over the years where we've done a lot with golf. It kind of starts out as a hobby and it turns into a business,
It does. It's like growing up, golf is my favorite game, but probably my worst sport growing up. But it's the best social game in the world.
Yeah.
Really, there's no better place to play the game than the state of Michigan. Not just the great courses. I mean, Northern Michigan is called the summer golf capital of the world for a reason, but the value. I mean, to play some of these quality courses, top quality courses we have, public and private throughout the state, they're bargains, comparatively speaking, to other places around the country. You ever try to play the top course in Arizona, California, Florida, almost anywhere? You're paying double.
It's crazy. I spend a lot of time. I have a condo down in Jupiter in Florida.
Of course you do.
And I have, I spend a ton of time down there. And, especially peak season now. And for those that don't know what that is, peak season in Florida is winter, So in peak season, there's literally public golf courses down there that are getting every bit of $200, $275 for a tee time.
Or more.
Or more. And it's like, I'm looking at some, and I'm not here to knock any course, but I'm looking at some of these public courses down in Florida that are getting $225 for a tee time. And I can't help but think in my head, God, that's basically like going and play Arcadia Bluffs in the summer.
Yeah.
And people have no idea, I think, sometimes the value and the great value of golf there is in Michigan. You talk about it a ton.
And not just that. I mean, the course conditions,
Yeah.
Shout out to the golf course superintendents around the state.
We work with them a ton.
Yeah, I know, and they do a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And, and golf is simply better here in Michigan for a number of reasons. Yeah, they're great superintendents, they're great layouts, they're great course designers, but we use something called vent grass here, which is the perfect surface to play on, as opposed to, they got Bermuda down there in Florida. Bent grass is the best. We have a plethora of it throughout the state of Michigan.
Yep.
It leads to the best greens, the best tees, and the best fairways. And, I just can't wait to get another season started.
And over the years, Jeff, I mean, obviously with the Lesson on Golf program and all the people that you've interviewed, all the people around the game of golf, you mentioned it, superintendents, general managers, owners, head pros, whatever it might be. Do you notice just a huge, not only from a quality and value perspective, but just a passion, appetite? We talk about all the time where there's just such a huge appetite for golf in Michigan.
You know what? The National Golf Foundation had these numbers out a while back, and it said Michigan at the time, it may have changed since, it was a few years ago, despite having one of the shortest golf seasons, had the most public golf courses of any state in the country, and it's still up near the top. I mean, think about it.
Fourth most in general, 800.
Yeah, I mean, right, and we have what, a 4 or 5 month season?
That's crazy.
I mean, that's incredible. That shows you the passion golfers have for the game right here in Michigan.
So how do you think it's changed too, Jeff? Obviously after COVID, and I hate even talking about COVID.
Well,
but obviously after that, there was such a golf boom.
Yeah.
And what we've seen, quite frankly, over the past several years with golf is, understandably so, the prices have gone up. And a lot of these courses are obviously able to charge more. There's such a demand. It's basic business, guys. Supply, demand, inflation, whatever you want to call it. But have you seen a big difference in pricing over the years where, should people not be mad, so to speak, but kind of just expect that, hey, the days of just paying, God, $28 or $35, $40 even for a round of golf, 18 with cart, it's tough to find like it was even 5 years ago.
Well, you mentioned COVID, and it's unfortunate that it took something as horrific as COVID was to really propel a whole new growth in the game of golf. The sport was kind of hurting for quite a while in terms of growth. But COVID brought a bunch of new golfers.
Yeah.
Not just that, they tried the game for the first time and they stayed. I talked to course operators all over the place saying, ever since COVID, where you couldn't do anything outside except all you could do was golf, right?
Right.
And people took advantage of it. They fell in love with the game and they stuck around. We're seeing more minorities play than ever before.
Yep.
More kids, more women. I mean, it's really been a boom for the game.
Yep.
And you mentioned costs. I mean, again, it's all relative. When you're saying, well, if I can't play for $25 or $40, yeah, price, unfortunately, there's been inflation over the last, there's always going to be some degree of inflation. But you want to play a great course at a competitive price, you're not going to find a better course for price ratio than you are here in Michigan.
No.
It's just a fact.
And also, shameless plug, of course, with lessonongolf.com, with the rates and that you're able to offer, and it's great deals, it's great rates, and it's a great, I use the word opportunity. It's a great opportunity for people to scoop up some of these limited vouchers and whatnot.
And we don't just have the dog track. We have some of the best places to play in the state of Michigan at lessonongolf.com. And we've been offering to 30 years. My course partners that'll be on the program, Lesson on Golf, here on the Metro Detroit Golfers Make the Turn channel on YouTube. They provide the viewers the chance. We talk about the courses, and they provide you guys a chance to get out there at a one-time price you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yeah, and you're right, too. There's just so many fascinating parts of the game right now. Obviously, we're going to be doing everything at the Michigan Golf Show. You'll be a part of that main stage. As you've mentioned, Jeff, the rise of the game, and even specifically the rise of women's golf as well. Allison and Carly are hosting a whole panel on Friday on our team about women's golf and the rise of it. And it's also what we've noticed, and what you mentioned, NGF. A lot of these studies have found that it's also not just women, which is still good. Women socially are going to Top Golf or X Golf, and they're socially playing golf, which is great in itself. But a lot of women are actually getting into golf from that true competitive, want to go out and play as a sport perspective, not just the social tag along, wine and dine type.
Well, a couple things are adding to the growth of the game. The 9-hole after work round is becoming much more popular.
Yeah, 9-hole rounds are way up.
Yeah, that's way up. Also, music on the golf course.
Yeah.
Now, your generation grew up with music.
You always joke about that. What's your analogy about baseball? With why do you have to be quiet in golf?
Oh, that's a whole different topic. But yeah, I say, the reason that you're supposed to be dead quiet and you can't move when anyone's hitting a golf ball is just because what you've seen on TV since you were a kid. It's all tradition.
Mm-hmm.
But what's hard to do? Hit a little golf ball on a tee or a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Obviously, only a few people in the world can hit the 100-mile-per-hour fastball.
People are screaming.
But it's okay to scream and yell, but you better be definitely quiet. It's because of tradition, and you respect the tradition. But, I was making a different point before I got sidetracked. Of course.
About music
on the golf course.
Yep.
Your generation has always been about that. And the older generation has finally come along.
Wow, they have.
Because it's the growth of the game. I used to do a promotion with one of my courses where they would call it the music hour, where they would promote having music in their golf carts.
Now, is there a certain volume control with that? Or do you think it's appropriate to be blaring music on the course? Or is there a courtesy of, hey, you know what, turn it down if someone's teeing off?
Yeah, I think there's obviously courtesy involved, but like this course would set aside an hour where everyone that booked a tee time there knew that music was going to be blasting from all the carts or the golf bags around. It was just kind of a
that is.
And it's a relaxing part of the game.
It's funny how
it's the greatest social game in the world, and having music, I think, adds to it.
And it's funny how that's evolved too. You think of like pop culture wise back when Caddyshack and they were blasting on the course.
A little different.
And now it's evolved to where it's acceptable, not blasting it. But yeah, it is the greatest game. It's a great business sport. It's a great lifetime sport. I remember playing up at Mishaway Pines with my grandfather, who's no longer here, when I was 8, 10 years old.
A couple of years ago.
The point being, one day one day, hopefully, I'll be 80, 85 years old playing with my grandkids. And to have that circle of life with golf, I think is really special.
Well, you alluded to golf and business. Case in point, Make the Turn.
Mm-hmm.
You guys started as a little golf business. And look what it's evolved into. And it all began, correct me if I'm wrong, from your relationships due to the game of golf.
Yeah.
Isn't that how it started?
It's a massive part of it, for sure.
And you guys are exhibit A, how golf can lead to so many more.
There's so many business people that play golf in itself, and there's so many opportunities to instead of asking someone for a meeting for 20 minutes, you can get them on the golf course for 4 or 5 hours. It's undivided attention, and you're building camaraderie. You're not hard selling.
Boom, you got a relationship right there.
Yeah,
relationship.
absolutely.
Nothing better.
Well, last one for you, Jeff. Obviously excited to have you here at our Make the Turn studios, and with our portfolio and Metro Detroit golfers as the distribution, as the outlet, as the 110,000 golfers now that'll be.
You guys have the largest golf audience in Michigan, and there's no bigger reason why I'm here than that.
Well, and there is a need for it too. There is that appetite, and golfers want coverage. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've done a story or feature or a post on something that might seem so simple as literally a public course that's redoing their cart paths, a certain golf course that's redoing the bunkers on their 13th hole, and people eat it up. And if anything, I'm going to encourage you, and I'm going to really encourage all of your guests as a secondary note to doing the interview with you. I want to hear from your guests and these golf people all around the state about those pieces of news that they have at their course. What are they doing, to improve the course? Are they redoing some bunkers on the back nine? Are they updating the golf carts? Did they just hire a new head chef? Are they building a swimming pool? Every golf course has these little pieces of news, and people want to hear it. So I'm going to encourage you and encourage the guests that are going to be on our Lesson on Golf program to share with us what's new with their course.
Sure. I mean, that's what people want to know. People want to know about what's the superintendent doing to hole number 6? What about that new green in hole number 8, the tee box? Or do you believe how tough this hole's gotten? We're going to have that every week.
That's cool. And
Lesson on Golf.
Can't wait for you guys to check it out. Last thing, Jeff.
Starts Thursday at Masters Week.
Well, and adding you with your show for 30 years now that we're adding video to it, or we can overlay some images talking about that 6th hole. We can have video of that the course submits that we can overlay and create good content for people online. Talk about adding video component to the broadcast.
Well, for 30 years on Lesson on Golf Radio, we've been able to talk about the courses. Now we get to talk and show people while we're talking about it right behind me. I could be talking about, number 9, the links at Bay Harbor, but now we're going to have it right on the screen.
Yep,
either a photo or video. It's going to be great for the course partners, great for the viewing public.
Great for the viewers as well. Well, great, Jeff. Thank you for joining us as well. And we'll look forward to diving into it, guys. Make sure you stay updated. Again, Michigan Golf Show coming up, and then obviously Lesson on Golf coming up, Masters Week, which is always kind of the unofficial kickoff or tee off, I should say, to the golf season, especially in Michigan. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Jeff.
Can't wait, Mike.